Hey everyone, Phil over at Promevo coming back to you guys with one of my favorite features of Gemini for Google Workspace that infuses AI into how we collaborate and work together in today's digital workplace. This is Gemini for Google Slides. So I wanted to do a quick screen share of how this works. Now, there's a lot of different automations and AI accelerated features in Google Slides, but I wanted to do a brief bird's eye view on the Gemini side panel for Google Slides. So I thought I would show you guys some of the ways that Gemini can help you create images, content, reference information from an external source, and just help you be more productive and efficient when you're creating slideshows and presentations for pretty much any topic that you can think of. Now, with the weather getting nicer, I thought I'd keep it simple for this one, talk about something that I enjoy. So let's talk about golf for beginners. So I'll start and, I'll kind of create a title slide. Again, I'm not trying to be super formal with this. My goal here is to just show you how the Gemini side panel works within Google Slides. So let's do a new slide. Um, you might be wondering, well, where is this? I don't see it on my screen. So if you have Gemini, you're just going to click this icon, hover over it. It'll say Ask Gemini. It'll pull this up right for you. So it's testing it out. But with Gemini, you can use AI to prompt and create slides, entire presentations, just images, use external sources. Now, it's got some suggestions in there, but let's just go off the topic I chose of golf. So let's just create a slide, like I said, with a few tips and tricks for somebody learning how to play golf for the first time. Obviously, that's not the easiest thing to do. You're going to need some guidance there. So we're going to give Gemini a second to fire up, figure out what it wants to do. Just give it a little bit of time. Again, it's not going to happen instantly with a second after the prompt. But if you give it some time, Gemini is going to create us this slide. Perfect. So it's creative. I didn't ask for a specific image, but it gave me a couple of different options here. So if it produces something for you that you don't like, you can always retry it. Um, if it's just something that this is just a preview. So if I don't like it, I can just say, hey, I'm not interested. I can have the slide recreated, which might take a minute or two. Or if I say, hey, this is something that I really like, I can insert it. One thing I'd keep in mind is the feedback that Google's going to ask you for uh, right here. If you don't like the suggestion, I'd give it a thumbs down. This is going to help Gemini keep track of what your preferences are, what type of content that you want to see. So let's just say uh, it's a good suggestion. And let's just say, again, it's just going to make sure, hey, this is the data you're sharing with Google, and I'll insert this. Okay. Now, I want to right click and find an image or, or generate an image of golf. It'll probably give me something relevant here. Perfect. So without you having to go scour the internet and find the perfect picture, it's going to give you some options. You can generate more if this is not something you like, but I would say this is a pretty good picture for golf. And I just drag it right in here and, I can resize it and obviously make all the edits I need to. Um, so this is really nice. And again, you can use this for pretty much any topic and you can refer to third-party sources of information that you give Gemini. So this was just my quick overview. I'm happy to connect with anybody and go more in depth, but Gemini for Google Slides is going to help a lot of us get over writer's block. It's going to help us be more articulate in how we're communicating ideas and initiatives in a business context through Google Slides and presentations. And it's just going to help us create them more efficiently. The last thing you want to be doing is wasting time figuring out what image should I put here. What is the correct way to word something, under a bullet point. Those are not the important things when it comes to presentations. You want to get the message across. You want to be able to have your audience understand the information presented. So I hope this was helpful, and I'm super excited to see how the Gemini side panel for Google Slides continues to grow. As we know, with spreadsheets and data analysis, automation and formulas and all of that can really help us get to what we're really here for and the insights we really want to gain. So just to get us started, I can have Gemini create any type of spreadsheet or whatever type of project we want to work on. So just for example, I can ask Gemini to create a spreadsheet tracking performance of 7 different SEO campaigns being ran by my content marketing team. And it's gonna take a little bit to spin up, obviously. It's not instant, but this will take quite a while to generate ourselves. You just give it a second and we'll see what it has for us. Amazing. So we have all of these fields, just like I asked it for. 7 campaigns. Now, again, I didn't really give it any data to run off of. I didn't really use any content. So these are just generic pieces of data, keyword 1, keyword 2. But if I did, or if I put links in there, we could see actual cost conversions, um, you know, and it's going to ask me if I want to insert or discard the preview. I want to keep this, and then I can even filter this. Like, this is a spreadsheet that on my own, and I consider myself pretty skilled with Google Sheets, would have taken me 20, 30 minutes to build. Let's take another example. Sheet 2. On a more personal level, you can use Gemini. Maybe you're going on a work trip. Create a budget for me for a 7-day trip to Google Cloud Next in Las Vegas. Obviously, this happened last month, so it's over, but amazing. I mean, with Gemini and Google Sheets, really able to streamline productivity, but also be creative. It's not just budgeting. It's not just tracking the performance of SEO campaigns. There's a million different things you can do, and it allows you to get to the insights and analysis that you're using Google Sheets for, rather than spending the bulk of your time actually building out spreadsheets, putting in formulas and filters. So hope you can take it for yourself and figure out how you can use it to be productive in your day to day.